Matt's dramatic journey as The Bachelor continues, and we're breaking down what Bachelor Nation thought of week 3. But before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, and I'm joined by the wonderful Gabby Ganta and Bavari. All right, you guys, let's dive right into these tweets. First up from Gabby, we have, ugh, I hate myself. I didn't want to get invested in The Bachelor. I can't stop now. I would say between last week and this week, good luck. We're all going to be addicted to this season.
Join the club.
Former Bachelorette Caitlyn Bristowe tweeted, my perfect letter would be like, yo, you up? Let's get weird. How would yours go? That's really funny. I think she's referring to the love letter fantasy type of situation. I think this is totally her personality, so that makes sense.
All right, Bachelorina said, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs every time Matt kisses with his eyes open. Hashtag The Bachelor. Thank you. Someone had to say it. I swear I've been saying this like day one when he started kissing the first girl. Yeah. Very weird. Very weird.
Yeah, I wonder what that is.
True.
All right, let's see. Charlie Marshall tweeted, is Victoria going to be picked last every time? You know it's got to be for the ratings. It absolutely is. And she's going to be picked last probably until she's finally sent home.
Mark said, we need an uncensored version of tonight's episode. That is so true. I think we were saying that some of the most funny of those love story fantasies, everything was bleeped out, every single word. So it sounded like the girls were laughing like crazy and we didn't get to hear any of it. And I'm pretty disappointed about that.
Jacob says, Sarah really went from first to second worst in a matter of minutes. You know what? That is true. She was the front runner and then she ended up sending herself home. Honestly, you can't write this stuff.
Kayla tweeted, okay, I actually liked Sarah, but what is she doing? Like, does she not know how this show works? Yes, I know. We don't even know what her motivations were, but I just kept feeling like, you've got to know that these tactics never play out the way you think.
Demi Burnett, who has been on multiple versions of The Bachelor before, she says, if someone crashed a group date, I wouldn't give a F. Stand out and be unbothered. Okay, this is a hot take, I think. It's interesting that it's coming from Demi, who's been on the show before, but it seems like all the girls who are on the group dates, they definitely care and are certainly not unbothered.
Former Bachelor Nick Viall said, biggest plot twist since realizing Bruce Willis was a ghost is agreeing with Victoria in this moment. You know, very true. Victoria does have some points. Her delivery is a little bit, lack thereof, not the best. But she has made some points, and unfortunately, she still has her moments, though.
This moment was weird because she was like so nice for a second, and Sarah said something like, I feel like we like vibe or we have a connection. And then later she was addressing the group of girls and talking about how she feels like she's connected with some of the women. And Victoria's like, no, you don't have any friends. Who? So I don't know. This girl is a lot to process.
Yeah,
she is.
All right. Amy says, whoa, Serena P coming in hot with a normal thought and conversation. Yes, that was such a breath of fresh air this episode, that date.
She was some normalcy we needed in this episode.
Mo tweeted, couples that wear turtlenecks together stay together. Ah, okay. So yeah, Matt's bringing back the turtlenecks. I think Serena was wearing a cute one as well, although she was kind of hating on actual turtles. So that was kind of funny.
Sid says, I don't feel that the other girls were being mean. Speaking your mind is perfectly reasonable when someone is being manipulative. All right, so I'm assuming she thinks Sarah was one being manipulative. So I guess, you know what, there are some different opinions of whether Sarah was being genuine or manipulative, or maybe she might be talking about Victoria. We don't really know, but all right.
Olivia tweeted, I love Katie denouncing that pylon. Yes, I think that went from constructive conversation to mean girling. A very great moment from Katie.
Katie B said, I think Katie is coming out the winner of all this drama. That's very true. I think the way that it was edited, showed that she didn't, join in on that mean girl bullying, but that she took a moment to actually ask Sarah how she was feeling, and it made her look better this episode, that's for sure.
KAITLYN Bristowe tweeted, "I did not see this villain switcheroo coming." So I'm assuming she means the switch from, I guess, Victoria to Sarah. But I feel like it's up in the air whether or not Sarah was the villain. So I feel like it's very subjective.
Yes. Sarah tweeted, "OMG, Matt hiccuping during the credits. I love it." Yes, I love the post-credit sequences. Always some gems in there.
And for our last one, JOCELYN said, "I literally don't care how much you don't like someone. This is an attack, not an open dialogue. This is incredibly cruel." So yes, we talked a little bit about this. I think it was such a harsh moment when Sarah was just sitting in a room full of girls who were attacking her. I think the real issue there was just a lack of communication and just letting everybody speak their mind. So hopefully, we'll see more open communication in the future.
I certainly hope so. All right, you guys, on that note, we want to know all of your thoughts and feelings about this week's episode. So let us know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell because we will be covering all things Matt James all season long. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring. I was joined by the people Gabby Ganta and Hiba Berry. All of our social handles are on the screen right now. Come say hi. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.